everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one team who likes to get it done through the air. The Saints are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Vikings, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space. So for the call of this week 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charlie Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Play clock winding down. Bridgewater now. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, Winston firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Red zone opportunity. Now a second down throw for Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big tight end. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This is taken at his 4. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's the option going right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection.
And that's caught inside the 35. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. On third down, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Jameis now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Winston. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll be first down, Saints. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Winston now to throw on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one fielded at the 5. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Bridgewater. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big gain of 31 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Vikings a first down.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Irving in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Bridgewater now on second down. He'll rifle this one. He's got it at the 15. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. It goes as a pickup of 23. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. A second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, Winston. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. He's going to field this at the 4. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long for Bridgewater. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Following the interception, Winston. Flush to his right, toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
First down, Winston. Surveying the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down, Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Second down sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Bridgewater. He's got time. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. First down, Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They go play action here on first down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Bridgewater now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They come out here in the eye. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones They find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he finds a man with a crossing route. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Jameis to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater is 64, has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go. 180. Dagger.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana, thought about going. And Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's a starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And this will be incomplete. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Finding time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And Murray's kick is up and good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can stay. Step up and protect the lead.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Bridgewater to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. And Murray now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Let's go. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Here's Procise. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
Let's go. Way 90.
A second down carry for Procise. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Short, it's Procise. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back to throw now on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Bridgewater now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Time for a break, and this is going to be incomplete. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, no, he lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tiger! Hey, watch it. Let's go. Wait, Tiger!
The slot man in motion right. Bridgewater here to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good pick up there, 20 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And now out comes Minnesota. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And getting a look at the Wildcat here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Cut back to the left. The 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Vikings, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, Despite the loss, they're going to finish the campaign at a sterling 13-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.